The arrival. Captain Elias Ford stood on the observation deck of the ISA Starbound, gazing into the infinite darkness that surrounded his ship. The stars twinkled like distant diamonds, each one a potential home for life, yet none had ever felt as close as this moment. His crew shuffled nervously behind him, their excitement palpable as they prepared to make first contact with an alien civilization. The sleek silver crescent of the Zonian ship approached, glinting under the distant rays of a sun that felt far too familiar. As it drew closer, Elias felt a mix of anticipation and dread. This was humanity's chance to prove itself among the stars. Signal coming through, Lieutenant Harris reported, her voice tinged with a mix of excitement and fear. Elias commanded his gaze never to waver from the view before him, where the alien vessel hovered gracefully against the backdrop of space. The screen flickered to life, revealing a creature with smooth blue skin and eyes like molten gold. "I am Zorak of the Zonian Galactic Explorers. We greet you in peace." Elias stepped forward, extending his hand in greeting, a gesture that had become second nature after years of diplomatic training. "Captain Elias Ford of the ISA. We return your greetings, Zorak." Zorak's eyes widened slightly as he studied Elias and his crew. "Fascinating. Our scans suggested primitive life forms, but here you stand, capable of communication and space travel." Elias smiled tightly, aware that their technological advancements had been hard-earned through centuries of struggle. "We've been navigating the stars for a while now. What brings you to our corner of the galaxy?" "We explore," Zorak replied candidly, "seeking out new civilizations. However, we did not expect to find advanced life on a level 1 planet such as yours." Elias arched an eyebrow at this classification. "Level 1? Yes," Zorak explained. "A classification based on technological advancement and environmental challenges. Level 1 is the most basic, harmless." Harmless. The crew exchanged glances. That was not a word they would use for Earth. "Our planet has its dangers," Elias said calmly, "which we've learned to overcome." Zorak laughed, a rich, resonant sound that echoed through the command center. "I am eager to learn what you consider dangers, Captain Ford. Perhaps we can arrange a meeting," Elias suggested, feeling a spark of hope ignite within him. "Show you what Earth and its people are truly about." Zorak mused over this proposition for a moment before replying. "We accept. Prepare for our arrival." As the transmission ended, Elias turned to his crew with renewed determination. "Prepare to welcome our guests," he commanded firmly. "Let's make sure they get a real taste of Earth." The Zonian shuttle landed in ISA's main hangar with an air of grandeur that filled Elias with both pride and anxiety. He greeted Zorak and his entourage at the airlock, extending his hand once more in Earth's gesture of peace. Zorak took it. His grip was cool yet firm. "Welcome to ISA Starbound," Elias began as he guided their guests through the corridors adorned with screens displaying images of Earth's landscapes. Lush forests, sprawling cities, and tumultuous seas. Zorak looked around with an expression that was difficult to read but seemed tinged with curiosity. Impressive for a level 1 civilization. "Our achievements are born out of necessity," Elias explained as they walked. "Our planet does not coddle its inhabitants." In the conference room, Elias had arranged a series of displays showcasing videos of hurricanes lashing coastlines, wildfires consuming forests, and humans battling against nature's fury, all illustrating their struggle for survival. Zorak watched intently as his face slowly lost its earlier amusement. It was replaced by something resembling respect. "You face these regularly." "Indeed." Elias nodded. "And they help us grow, innovate, and protect what we cherish." As their tour continued, Elias could see Zorak's demeanor shift further. What began as skepticism transformed into admiration for humanity's resilience against adversity. "Your people are survivors," Zorak finally stated while gazing out at the stars through a viewport. Elias smiled at this acknowledgement. Perhaps there was hope yet for Earth standing among galactic civilizations. The journey toward establishing Earth's place within this vast universe had only just begun. However, it was clear that misunderstandings would need to be addressed if they were ever to earn respect among these advanced beings. As they prepared for their next steps together, building bridges instead of walls, the realization dawned upon both parties. Earth was not merely a footnote in cosmic history, but rather an emerging player ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. With renewed purpose coursing through him like electricity in his veins, Captain Elias Ford knew one thing. He would not let humanity down. Not now when they stood at such a pivotal moment in their history. The trials. The shimmering delegate asked, intrigued. Yes, Elias confirmed without hesitation. Whatever tests or challenges you deem necessary to prove our capabilities and worth. The council whispered among themselves, considering the proposal. After a moment, the central figure spoke again. Your request is bold, Captain Ford. We will deliberate and return with our decision. Meanwhile, your invitation is accepted. A delegation will visit Earth to witness its challenges firsthand. Elias nodded, satisfied with their response. Thank you. We will be ready to receive you. As the meeting adjourned, Elias and his team exited the chamber with renewed purpose. They had a brief window to prepare for showcasing not only the dangers of Earth, but how humanity had adapted, evolved, and thrived despite them. The visit would be their chance to alter Earth's fate among the stars. Back on Earth, Captain Elias Ford convened an emergency meeting with top officials from the International Space Alliance, ISA, and representatives from various nations in a secure conference room. The gravity of their task was palpable as Elias laid out their plan. We have a unique opportunity. Elias began pacing before a large digital map of Earth. A delegation from the Galactic Council will be visiting soon. We need to show them why Earth should not be underestimated. Conference room. The journey to the Galactic Council station was tense with anticipation. Captain Elias Ford sat in his quarters aboard the ISA Starbound, reviewing notes and speeches as he prepared to argue Earth's case. The station, a colossal structure orbiting a serene blue giant, was unlike anything humanity had encountered. Its design was a confluence of numerous architectural influences, with elegant lines and illuminated pathways that seemed to pulse with energy. As Elias and his team were escorted through the grand hallways, their eyes widened with wonder at the sight of delegates from across the galaxy. The assembly buzzed with conversations in a multitude of languages, each representing a unique civilization. Elias felt the weight of his responsibility pressing down on him. He spotted Zorak among the assembly, who gave him a nod of recognition. The assembly will come to order, announced a figure from the center of the room, her voice echoing off the high dome. We welcome Captain Elias Ford representing the planet Earth. Elias stepped forward, clearing his throat as he prepared to address the gathered delegates. Honored delegates, I stand before you not only to introduce my world, but to challenge a misconception. Murmurs filled the chamber as Elias continued. Earth has been prematurely classified as a Level 1 planet. This classification underestimates not only our environmental challenges, but also the spirit of our people. A delegate from a species known for their advanced ecological technology scoffed. Are you suggesting Earth is more formidable than our records show? Yes, that's precisely what I'm suggesting, Elias replied confidently, feeling the surge of determination. Our planet hosts extremes, from hurricanes and earthquakes to predators that challenge our survival daily. A holographic display illuminated above Elias, showcasing footage of Earth's natural disasters and humans in various survival situations. The room fell silent as delegates watched intently, their expressions shifting from skepticism to intrigue. Interesting. Zorak finally spoke from his seat, his voice carrying across the room. But survival alone does not merit a reclassification or membership to this council. Elias met Zorak's gaze steadily. Perhaps not, but it does merit consideration and respect. We seek an opportunity to prove that our experiences have prepared us uniquely for the challenges of the galaxy. Another delegate, a tall, thin creature with shimmering skin, raised a hand. "And how do you propose to demonstrate this?" "We welcome representatives to visit Earth," Elias suggested earnestly. "Experience our world yourselves, or allow us to participate in your trials." "Trials?" the shimmering delegate asked, intrigued. "Yes," Elias confirmed without hesitation. "Whatever tests or challenges you deem necessary to prove our capabilities and worth." The council whispered among themselves, considering the proposal. After a moment, the central figure spoke again. "Your request is bold, Captain Ford. We will deliberate and return with our decision. Meanwhile, your invitation is accepted. A delegation will visit Earth to witness its challenges firsthand." Elias nodded, satisfied with their response. "Thank you. We will be ready to receive you." As the meeting adjourned, Elias and his team exited the chamber with renewed purpose. They had a brief window to prepare for showcasing not only the dangers of Earth, but how humanity had adapted, evolved, and thrived despite them. The visit would be their chance to alter Earth's fate among the stars. Back on Earth, Captain Elias Ford convened an emergency meeting with top officials from the International Space Alliance, ISA, and representatives from various nations in a secure conference room. The gravity of their task was palpable as Elias laid out their plan. "We have a unique opportunity." Elias began pacing before a large digital map of Earth. "A delegation from the Galactic Council will be visiting soon. We need to show them why Earth should not be underestimated." Dr. Lena Choi, a leading environmental scientist, nodded in agreement. "We've got a plethora of phenomena to choose from. Hurricanes in the Atlantic, volcanic activity in the Pacific Ring of Fire, and the biodiversity of the Amazon that includes some of the most dangerous species known to man." General Martinez, a seasoned military leader, chimed in enthusiastically. "And don't forget human conflicts and survival in extreme conditions. We can demonstrate our tactical advancements and how they've been driven by necessity." Elias agreed wholeheartedly. "Exactly. We need to document everything. Compile videos, reports, and live demonstrations. We'll need to cover a lot of ground quickly." The team split into groups, each tasked with showcasing different aspects of Earth's lethal environment and human resilience. Elias headed the first group, focusing on natural disasters in Florida. They witnessed firsthand the devastation caused by a Category 5 hurricane as cameras rolled during evacuations while documenting the storm's ferocious power. Footage capturing towering waves and winds that snapped trees like twigs. Next, they traveled to Indonesia to record volcanic eruptions that were part of locals' daily lives. Drone cameras flew over flowing lava, capturing destruction alongside awe-inspiring power, while interviews with local emergency services showcase how people prepared for such frequent threats. Meanwhile, Dr. Choi led her team into the Amazon rainforest, where they filmed poisonous frogs stalking prey alongside jaguars, while swarms of insects filled every frame, each segment detailing dangers lurking within dense foliage, while also recording methods indigenous people used to coexist with deadly flora and fauna. General Martinez's group was stationed in Arctic conditions, documenting survival training exercises with elite military units, filming grueling drills designed for soldiers preparing for combat amidst extreme cold, while highlighting human ingenuity when adapting against harsh environments. As each team gathered evidence, meticulously documenting their findings, they transmitted everything back to ISA headquarters, where it was compiled into one comprehensive presentation. Elias knew these images would paint an undeniable picture of Earth as not merely surviving, but thriving against all odds, a planet capable of handling whatever challenges lay ahead, not just for themselves, but also for whatever awaited them within this vast galaxy. The preparations were intense yet exhaustive. However, as Elias watched everything come together, he felt an overwhelming surge of pride swell within him. Earth might be considered level 1 by galactic standards, but its people's ability to withstand adversity was second to none. Now it was just about presenting it convincingly enough before this council's delegation arrived on Earth, A day marked by flurries of activity at ISA headquarters, where Captain Elias Ford, along with his diverse team, prepared for what he hoped would be transformative presentations. Elias greeted alien visitors with firm handshakes, the customary greeting among their species. His heart raced as he took in their diverse forms. Several races, including Zorak from Zonian race, who seemed particularly keen on witnessing Earth's purported dangers firsthand. "Welcome to Earth," Elias began addressing everyone gathered within grand auditorium, filled with screens displaying interactive visuals meant for engagement purposes. "Today we not only share challenges faced by our world, but also showcase spirit embodied by our people who thrive amidst these conditions." The lights dimmed. First video began playing, featuring hurricane footage. Violent winds ripping through coastal towns while torrential rains flooded streets, all while people worked together amidst chaos, showing resilience against nature's raw power. A sight that drew several delegates closer as they leaned forward, intently watching every detail unfold on screen. Next came split-screen displays showcasing 3 different aspects simultaneously. One showed eruption occurring at volcano, another displayed dry cracking ground indicative drought-stricken area, while third highlighted blizzard sweeping across northern city, all underscoring not merely challenges faced, but measures taken by humans everywhere to predict, prepare, and persevere against whatever nature threw at them. Dr. Lena Choi took center stage next, discussing biodiversity present here on Earth. Our flora can be as dangerous as they are beautiful. The screen showed vivid images depicting colorful yet venomous frogs alongside large predators like bears or tigers, while swarms locusts covered fields, all illustrating how humans learned to utilize these elements effectively for medicine, food, and other survival tools necessary for life itself. General Martinez presented next, focusing on human resilience. Our military emergency services trained to operate under any environment thrown at them. Live feeds showed firemen battling wildfires alongside soldiers navigating treacherous terrains during rescue operations amidst floods, all reinforcing message shared throughout exhibition that humanity thrived against all odds despite facing relentless challenges posed by their own world. As exhibition continued, Elias noticed changing expressions among delegates. What began initially skepticism transformed gradually into mixture, respect, concern, an evolution he hoped would lead towards understanding true nature behind humanity's spirit, resilience, forged through adversity faced daily back home. Following presentations, Elias invited delegates partake series live demonstrations. First taken coastal area, witnessing controlled yet live water rescue operation conducted under storm conditions. Next, visiting seismic monitoring station located near fault line, experiencing mild simulated earthquake while observing reactions firsthand. Zorak, who had quietly observed throughout, finally spoke up, breaking silence. "Captain Ford, your world indeed unlike any we encountered. Terms relentless challenges faced daily. Your people's ability adapt, survive, impressive." Elias smiled, sensing shift perception among visitors. "Thank you, Zorak. We believe these traits invaluable, not just surviving here, but contributing towards Galactic Council itself." As day ended, delegation returned back ship, deep discussion amongst themselves, while Elias' team debriefed, feeling cautiously optimistic. They had shown visitors sight beyond simple survival, highlighting ingenuity, courage, unity present within every individual living upon this planet. The council chamber. The atmosphere in the ISA headquarters was thick with anticipation as Captain Elias Ford and his team awaited the Galactic Council's decision. 2 weeks had passed since their successful demonstration of Earth's resilience, and now they stood on the precipice of a new chapter in human history. The stakes were high. Earth's future among the stars depended on the outcome of this meeting. Elias paced back and forth in the secure communication room, his heart racing. He glanced at his team, Dr. Lena Choi, General Martinez, and several other specialists, each one wearing a mask of determination mixed with anxiety. They had worked tirelessly over the past weeks, preparing for this moment. The room was dimly lit, save for the flickering screen that would soon reveal the council members. Finally, the screen flickered to life, illuminating the faces of delegates from various alien races. Zorak was at the forefront, his golden eyes fixed intently on Ilias. "Captain Ford," he began, his voice resonating with authority. "After considerable deliberation, we have decided to extend a unique challenge to your planet." Elias straightened in his seat, his focus sharpening. "We're ready to hear it." Zorak continued, "Your exhibition showcased Earth's formidable environments and the robustness of your people. Now we invite you to demonstrate this resilience under controlled conditions on a galactic scale." The words hung in the air like a weighty promise. Elias felt a surge of adrenaline. "What does that entail?" "You and a team of your choosing will face a series of survival tests on various Class 8 planets, environments that are among the harshest known to us," Zorak explained. Elias nodded, already envisioning potential team members and strategies. "We accept your challenge. When do we begin?" "The trials will start in 1 month," Zorak replied. "You will be given details about each environment beforehand to prepare accordingly. Success in these trials will not only secure Earth's membership in the Council, but also establish humanity's reputation as a robust and capable civilization." "Thank you, Zorak," Elias responded, determination etching his features. "We will be prepared." Over the next few weeks, Elias assembled a diverse team of experts tailored for each trial they would face. Dr. Lena Choi would lead environmental assessments, General Martinez would oversee tactical operations, and they brought in specialists from medicine, engineering, and survival training. Together, they underwent intensive preparation, studying conditions on Class 8 planets and simulating possible scenarios. The first test was set to take place on Terrak 4, known for its toxic atmosphere and extreme temperatures. The team trained rigorously in specialized environmental suits designed to withstand harsh conditions while practicing movements and procedures until they became second nature. Finally, the day arrived when they boarded the ISA Starbound bound for Terrak 4. As they descended through the atmosphere, Elias felt both excitement and trepidation wash over him. The landscape that greeted them was one of desolation. Volcanic vents spewed acidic gases into an orange sky, while ground temperatures soared dangerously high. "Stay alert," Elias instructed as they disembarked onto the surface. "This place is unforgiving." The first challenge involved navigating through a labyrinth of razor-sharp rock formations that jutted out like teeth from the ground. Each step had to be calculated carefully. One wrong move could mean injury or worse. "Watch your footing," General Martinez called out as one team member stumbled slightly but quickly regained balance. Elias led them through each task, administering first aid during a simulated toxic storm while monitoring their oxygen levels, setting up temporary shelters using materials scavenged from their surroundings, and utilizing their suit's technology to analyze air quality as they moved deeper into Terrak 4's treacherous environment. Each task was monitored by drones dispatched by the Galactic Council, transmitting every success and failure back to their observers across the galaxy. The trials were grueling. Each member pushed to their limits, but Elias's leadership shone through as they adapted quickly to their surroundings. "Use what you have," Elias shouted during one particularly challenging moment when visibility dropped due to an acidic fog rolling in fast. The team worked together seamlessly, employing ingenuity to create makeshift barriers against the corrosive air while ensuring everyone remained safe. As they returned to ISA Starbound after completing their final trial on Terrak 4, Elias couldn't help but feel a surge of pride swell within him. They had faced one of the galaxy's deadliest environments and emerged not only alive but successful. The message to the Galactic Council was clear: underestimate Earth at your own peril. With Terrak 4 behind them, Captain Elias Ford and his team prepared for their next trial on Verera 3, a planet notorious for its intense gravitational fluctuations and deadly electromagnetic storms that could disrupt even advanced technology. As they approached Verera 3 aboard ISA Starbound, Elias briefed his team once more. Verera 3's gravity fields are erratic. He warned them as they descended through storm-laden skies filled with dark clouds swirling ominously above. You'll feel weights shifting constantly, which can disorient and exhaust even the best of us. Stay alert and stick together. The ship shook violently as it broke through cloud cover into Verera 3's atmosphere. A chaotic ballet of lightning strikes, illuminating jagged mountain ranges below them. Prepare for landing. General Martinez barked over the noise of alarms blaring throughout the ship. With expert precision, Elias guided ISA Starbound down onto solid ground amidst swirling winds that threatened to toss them around like leaves caught in a tempest. Once outside their ship, they were immediately struck by how different Verera 3 felt compared to Terek 4. Gravity fluctuated wildly beneath their feet, while electromagnetic storms crackled overhead like angry serpents ready to strike at any moment. "Stay close," Elias shouted above howling winds as he led them toward their first challenge. Navigating through an open valley riddled with unstable rock formations that shifted unpredictably underfoot. As they moved cautiously forward, each step requiring intense concentration, the team faced challenges unlike any they had encountered before. Sudden shifts in gravity sent some members tumbling, while others struggled against invisible forces trying to pull them off balance. "Focus," Dr. Choi urged as she steadied herself against a rocky outcrop while checking her equipment readings. She had become invaluable during these trials with her knowledge about environmental hazards present across different planets. Hours passed like days as they battled against nature itself, each member relying heavily on teamwork built during previous challenges, until finally reaching a designated safe zone where they could regroup before tackling further obstacles ahead. Elias took a moment to catch his breath. Despite exhaustion weighing heavily upon him, he felt invigorated knowing humanity was proving itself capable even amidst such adversity. As night fell upon Verera 3, the sky illuminated by flashes of lightning dancing above, the team gathered around makeshift campfires reflecting upon their journey thus far. What began as mere survival had transformed into something much greater, a testament not only showcasing Earth's resilience, but also uniting individuals from diverse backgrounds working towards common goal. With determination etched upon every face surrounding those flames, they prepared themselves for whatever challenges awaited them next, knowing full well that together they could conquer anything thrown at them. Welcome to Earth. The atmosphere inside the ISA headquarters was electric with anticipation as Captain Elias Ford and his team prepared for the arrival of the Galactic Council delegation. After weeks of rigorous training and preparation, they were finally ready to showcase Earth's resilience. The stakes were high. The future of humanity among the stars hung in the balance. As the Council's ship descended, Elias gathered his team in the main auditorium, where a large screen displayed a live feed of the approaching vessel. "Remember," he said, looking each member in the eye, "this is our moment to show them what Earth is truly capable of. We've trained hard for this, and we need to demonstrate our ingenuity and spirit." The ship landed with a soft thud, and a hush fell over the room. Elias felt his heart race as he stepped forward to greet their guests. The air was thick with tension as he extended his hand in greeting, an Earth custom that had become second nature to him. Zorak emerged first, flanked by a diverse group of delegates from various alien races. Their forms were strange yet fascinating. Some had shimmering skin, while others bore features reminiscent of Earth's wildlife, but magnified in size and complexity. "Welcome to Earth," Elias began, projecting confidence despite the whirlwind of emotions inside him. "Today we will share not only our challenges but also the spirit of our people who thrive amidst them." The delegates took their seats as the lights dimmed, and the first video began to play. It showcased footage of hurricanes battering coastlines, wildfires raging through forests, and communities banding together in times of crisis. The raw power of nature was undeniable, and several delegates leaned forward, captivated by the resilience displayed on screen. This is just a glimpse into our world, Elias explained as he gestured toward the screen. We face these challenges regularly, but they have taught us how to adapt and innovate. Next came a split-screen display showing 3 different aspects of Earth's volatile nature: a volcano erupting, drought-stricken land cracking underfoot, and a blizzard sweeping across a northern city. Each scene underscored not just the challenges faced, but also humanity's resourcefulness in overcoming them. Dr. Lena Choi took center stage next. Our biodiversity can be as dangerous as it is beautiful, she stated, her voice steady. The screen displayed vivid images of colorful yet venomous frogs alongside large predators like jaguars and bears. We've learned to coexist with these elements, using them for food, medicine, and survival. General Martinez followed with his presentation on human resilience. Our military and emergency services are trained to operate under any conditions. Live feeds showed firemen battling wildfires and soldiers navigating treacherous terrains during rescue operations. The delegates watched intently as Martinez emphasized teamwork and ingenuity. As they continued showcasing various aspects of life on Earth, the delegates' skepticism began to fade. What started as doubt transformed into respect and concern for humanity's plight. Following the presentations, Elias invited the council members to participate in live demonstrations designed to illustrate their capabilities further. They were taken to a coastal area where a controlled water rescue operation was underway under storm conditions. Watch closely, Elias instructed as they observed emergency responders working seamlessly together amidst turbulent waves. The delegates were visibly impressed by how humans work together under pressure. Next, they visited a seismic monitoring station located near an active fault line, experiencing mild simulated earthquakes. As tremors shook the ground beneath them, Zorak turned to Elias with newfound admiration in his eyes. "Your people are indeed remarkable," Zorak said thoughtfully. "The way you adapt to your environment is impressive." Elias smiled at this acknowledgement. It was what they had hoped for all along, to be seen not just as survivors, but as capable beings worthy of respect among galactic civilizations. As night fell upon Earth, the sky illuminated by stars, Elias gathered his team for a debriefing session back at ISA headquarters. They shared their thoughts on how well they had performed during the demonstrations, while reflecting on what lay ahead. "I think we made an impact," Dr. Choi said optimistically. "They saw firsthand how we face adversity." General Martinez nodded in agreement. "But we can't let our guard down. We need to prepare for whatever comes next." 2 weeks passed since the delegation's visit. An air of cautious optimism lingered at ISA headquarters as Captain Elias Ford awaited news from the Galactic Council regarding Earth's membership status. Finally, he received word that he was summoned to a secure communication room for a live transmission from the Council. As he entered the room, Elias felt his heart race again. This was it, the moment that could change everything for humanity. The screen flickered to life, revealing Zorak at the forefront alongside other council members whose expressions were serious yet intrigued. "Captain Ford," Zorak began solemnly after clearing his throat, "after considerable deliberation regarding your exhibition showcasing Earth's formidable environments and your people's resilience, we have decided to extend a unique challenge." Elias straightened his posture. Anticipation surged through him like electricity. "What does this challenge entail?" Zorak continued, "You will face a series of survival tests on various Class 8 planets, environments that are among the harshest known to us." Elias nodded firmly. This was an opportunity not only for humanity, but also for Earth itself, to prove its worthiness among galactic civilizations. "When do we begin?" he asked without hesitation. "The trials will commence in 1 month," Zorak replied. "You will be given details about each environment beforehand so that you may prepare accordingly." "Thank you," Elias said earnestly. Determination etched across his features. "We will be ready." Over the next few weeks leading up to their first trial on Terrak 4, known for its toxic atmosphere and extreme temperatures, Elias assembled a diverse team of experts, including Dr. Lena Choi for environmental assessments and General Martinez for tactical operations. Together, they underwent intensive preparation studying conditions on Class 8 planets while simulating possible scenarios that awaited them. Finally, when they boarded ISA Starbound bound for Terek 4, the team felt both excitement and trepidation wash over them as they descended through its ominous atmosphere filled with swirling clouds. Upon landing amidst volcanic vents spewing acidic gases, the team quickly donned their environmental suits designed specifically for these harsh conditions before embarking on their first challenge. Navigating through razor-sharp rock formations that jutted out like teeth from below their feet, each step required careful calculation. One wrong move could lead to injury or worse. But with teamwork forged through previous trials, they pressed onward determined not only survive but thrive against whatever challenges lay ahead. As days turned into weeks filled with grueling trials across multiple Class 8 planets, Elias led his team through toxic storms on Terek 4, then intense gravitational fluctuations on Verera 3, each experience reinforcing their resolve, while showcasing humanity's ability to overcome adversity. Finally, after completing all trials successfully, the Galactic Council convened once more, awaiting results from these daring feats undertaken by Earthlings determined to prove themselves worthy participants within galactic community. As Captain Elias Ford stood before council members once again, he felt pride swell within him, knowing that humanity had not only survived, but thrived against all odds, proving themselves capable beings ready to face whatever challenges awaited them amongst stars above. And thus began a new chapter for Earth, a planet once deemed insignificant now recognized as an emerging force ready to take its rightful place among galactic civilizations, a testament not just survival, but ingenuity, courage, unity found within every individual living upon this remarkable world.